Oh boy, training camp. The reports are flying in fast and furious. And if you want updates on everything, here's the channel for you. Hit that subscribe button. Drop likes, drop comments. My name is Roddy. If you already knew that, thank you so much for coming back and watching another video. We got a lot to talk about. I've got tweets pulled up here that are already painting a picture for day 1 and day 2 of Raiders training camp. The offseason is over. Where was I yesterday? I was at the store, I think, not Walmart. I got yelled at for going to Walmart because of the Broncos, and they own it, so I don't go to Walmart now. I was at the store, and I got an update that said, Jackson Dart throws pick 6 in training camp, and I'm like, oh, we're back. We are so back, it's not even funny. So we're going to talk about some interesting tidbits, sort of a depth chart, momentum swing in one way for the potential wide receiver group. There's an interesting development with some of the linebackers. Jamal Adams might be playing that sub-linebacker position, which is what I said in the Discord. If you're not a part of the Discord, it is down below in the description, the pinned comment. It's completely free. Join it. It's a big group chat with all Raider fans that subscribe to the channel. We're talking in there all the time. And I can't stress this enough. You want to be here when the season starts because I had a little birdie told me, we might be getting a sponsor that's pretty... You've heard of them, let's just say that, and I know people use it. So if you want to get all the updates and all that good stuff, stay here, subscribe. Let's talk about it. Vinnie B, attending training camp, has been discussing what has been going on. And if we look down here at his first tweet, he says, observations from Raiders camp. This was the first day, Thursday. No, today's Thursday. Wednesday, July 23rd. First 11-on-11 period featured a bunch of 3 linebacker sets with Roberts, White, and Pratt. No surprise there. First team offense, 11 personnel was consistently Thornton, Tucker, and Myers at wide receiver. He goes on to be asked who was playing middle linebacker. Landon Roberts with White next to him. Pratt was typically at the edge of the line of scrimmage, upright, sub-linebacker, helping Max Crosby, helping Tyree Wilson, helping Malcolm Kuntz. And then he goes on to say, one more in second 11-on-11 period, it was Besh, Myers, and Thornton. With Raiders' first-team offense was an 11-man personnel. So, look, we've got a whole report here that we're going to read about training camp. But before we do that, Dante Thornton going into this is clearly ahead in the depth chart compared to Jack Besh. But the interesting thing was, when they swapped people out, it wasn't Besh in for Thornton. It was Besh in for Tucker. So it seems like Dante Thornton is a lock wide receiver 2, and the 3 spot is up for grabs between Jack Besh and Trey Tucker, which tells me that they're lining Jacoby Myers up on one side and Dante on the other. And then that slot guy, when it's not Brock Bowers, is either Besh or Tucker. I think it's Besh when it's that 3rd and medium, 3rd and 7, need you to run a crisp route and make a play. And it's Tucker when we're spreading the field out, showing a deep pass play. That is very interesting to me that it seems like through 2 days, Dante has locked into that wide receiver 2 position. If he can develop into a contributing rookie right away, that is huge because, again, I don't think it's a knock on Jack Besh. I think it says more about Dante Thornton. So I'm going to pull up DK Metcalf's stats here. Let's see what DK did his rookie year. If we share the screen here, DK, his rookie year, 2019, 58 receptions, 900 yards, 15.5 per carry, along a 54, 7 touchdowns. I mean, it would be pretty insane for Dante to be able to do that. But he's got the measurables, height, and speed of that. DK obviously is way stronger, but maybe that means Dante is more liable to run by somebody, even though DK is just a freak of nature. So I want to get into the reports here, and it's also very interesting that Jermaine Pratt was sort of lined up on the edge. That's also something we need to talk about too. And let me know your thoughts on all this stuff, guys. Make sure we're commenting away. Do you think I'm right in reading that Dante is clearly the wide receiver 2 with Besh and Tucker fighting for that 3rd spot? Because for the longest time, I thought it was Besh and Thornton with Tucker fighting for the 2 spot. But who knows? That could all change once we get into some more joint practices and more preseason games. Imagine they start the preseason and like Dante Thornton isn't even dressing. That isn't going to happen. They're going to want to see him on the field. So we're going to get into the report here. But before that, I just want to mention to you guys, patreon.com/ALLaBorde Raiders. There's a $5 tier and a $10 tier. It's for people who want to get more benefits for supporting the channel further. If you join the $5 tier, you get behind-the-scenes content, work-in-progress updates, early video access, and executive producer credit. Discord access is not true. That's completely free. You can join that. If you join the $10 tier, you get everything ad-free. And if you don't know what it looks like, it's just like this. You know, you see every video I post early, ad-free. There's a call-in show. I give call-in advice as well. You can call into the show if you join the Patreon. And also, I want to mention, we have a phone number for this channel, 725-253-0264. If you call any day or night, you can hear my voice as a voicemail and then leave a question. I usually do a call-in show. This week, I didn't get around to it. Next week, I will do a call-in show where my patrons can call in live. But anyone can leave a voicemail, free or patron, and I can get to it live on the show. Make sure you're saving that number in your phone so you can call me anytime you'd like. Let's talk about this report. This is from Ryan McFadden on ESPN, who attended Raiders training camp and gave us a lovely report to read. Is this blocked? Is my face blocking it? Yeah, let's see if I can work around this. Hold on, stand by so you can read this. It is not letting me zoom in. Now it is. There we go. I think that's better for everyone. Yes? Close enough. I'll move myself over here. All right, let's get it. He starts off by saying, training camps have kicked off around the NFL, and our team reporters are on the ground each day, following all the action. The Las Vegas Raiders campus in place in Henderson, Nevada, and Raiders reporter Ryan McFadden has the latest intel on standouts, highlights, position battles, depth chart movement, cut decisions, and of course, the quarterback room. What follows is everything we are seeing and hearing at camp. We will update the file often with the latest updates, who are breakouts to watch, especially for fantasy football, if that's important to you. Well, there you go. And which players are on the roster bubble that could make the final 53. Let's get into it all, and be sure to keep checking back for more information until the first week of preseason, which begins August 7th, which is in 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Comment below if you know what I'm quoting there. 2 weeks. Latest news from Raiders camp. Just like Coach Pete Carroll, starting quarterback Geno Smith has already established an infectious leader within the locker room. Through 2 days of training camp, players have been animated about the 34-year-old's leadership and energy he has brought to the team since he arrived in Las Vegas this spring. And what did he say? I didn't come here to roll the dice. I came here to run the table. Let's go. Let me take a drink of water because I'm getting a little too excited. When you look at his age, you go, maybe he's a bit of an old man. No, he has so much youth and fire in him, starting center JPJ said. First thing he stepped into the building, he's lifting, throwing, and talking trash. Age is not defining him. I didn't really have any issues with his age because I just thought, Pete Carroll was right in saying he's a 34-year-old, but he's got like a 29-year-old body because he didn't play that much when he was younger. Powers said the relationship between him and Smith has to be perfect. I want to be as close with him as I am with my brothers, Powers said. I love that. Raiders wide receiver Trey Tucker said Smith's leadership is out of the roof. He's a dog, his leadership. One of the first few days I met him, we got real connected, Tucker said. We were throwing and stuff, and we got to go on a couple of car rides together and just talk. I love that so much, man. I love hearing everything about Geno. And hearing his story and what he had to go through, that just makes him him. On Wednesday, Smith said the key to the leadership approach is getting acclimated to the new team, understanding that he has something to prove. In this league, every day you've got something to prove, not only to your guys, but to the rest of the league and to yourself. And for me, you're coming into a new team. You've got to set the standard, set the example, and it is through hard work. Love Geno Smith, dude. This is Wednesday. In the eyes of Raider quarterback Geno Smith, Coach Pete Carroll doesn't seem different after a year away from football. At 73, he's still as energetic as ever. Smith knew from their time in Seattle. That's just the way he is. He's always trying to improve, Smith said. And for me, it's just great to see the energy he continues to bring every single day. Our first team meeting was just jacked up. Carroll's expectation for winning has remained unchanged as well. On Tuesday, he made it clear. We talked about this. I'm winning 10 games my whole life. Yeah, we got it. Okay. So let's talk about some of the stuff here. During the team period, the Raiders occasionally used 3 linebackers, Landon Roberts, Devin White. Landon Roberts and Devin White played Mike and Will linebackers respectively, while Jermaine Pratt came off the edge. Carroll said last month that he looked forward to seeing all 3 linebackers share the field at the same time. Rookie wide receiver Dante Thornton Jr. continued to get first-team reps whenever the offense was in 11 personnel. Smith threw a deep ball to Thornton, but the pass was incomplete. Wide receiver Alex Bachman made an impressive two-handed catch near the sideline, showcasing his balance and footwork to stay in bounds. The first day of practice featured strong attendance. Defensive tackle Christian Wilkins, who was on the PUP list, and offensive line Thayer Mumford, undisclosed, were the only 2 players who were not practicing on Wednesday. I know I have it on good authority, meaning I just read some tweets, that Thayer Mumford was back. So everybody is healthy, knock on wood. You've heard, Justin Fields got carted off. That's terrible for Jets fans. I hate that. You don't want to see anything like that happen. Not a lot to talk about there other than Geno being a leader and Dante getting first-team reps. That is really interesting. I really think he's going to be wide receiver 2, which is another feather in the cap of already really good start to career John Spytek, because we know Ashton's going to be good, right? We think Jack Besh is going to fit into a role that he needs to fit into. Maybe one day he takes over for Jacoby Myers when Jacoby Myers is gone, right? Jacoby Myers is coming into his 30th year of life, I believe. He's 29 or 28. If Dante can hit, this is how you exceed expectations and expedite the rebuild, right? No one thought the Commanders were going to be that good because no one thought Jaden Daniels was going to be that good right away. But he was. Everyone knows what Geno can be, top 10-ish, top 12-ish. Everybody knows what Ashton can be. Everyone knows what Max and Jacoby are and Brock Bowers is. If someone that – think about this. The national media, when they make these predictions, a lot of these people have no idea who Dante Thornton is or don't expect him to see the field much. They're not reading the reports or watching videos that I'm making like this that go into detail about the Raiders, right? But people like us who know that he's getting first-team reps ahead of Trey Tucker, who's been in the league 2 years, and ahead of Jack Besh, who was a second-round pick was used on. That's how you're able to go from 7, 8, and 9 wins to 10, 11, or 12 wins. And there's some people in the national media like Nick Wright who are predicting playoffs for us, and some people are predicting 8 to 9 wins. But only time will tell how this team looks in the preseason and against, I think, the 49ers. It's either the 49ers or Rams in a joint practice. So like I said, not a lot to talk about there other than what I just said here. Shout out to my patrons. Hit that like button if you're new. You want to be here because I'm going to be updating you guys every single day, giving my honest takes. I'm not going to be too hyperbolic or too negative. I'm going to feel right in the middle. I'm going to tell you when things are real and when things are not. And right now, Dante Thornton seems to be real. Like I said, like that button. Hit that like button. Join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, it's completely free. Link in the description below. Join the Patreon so you can become one of these people that get their name at the end of the credits as an EP on this show. Hit that subscribe button. Please be sure to subscribe. It is free after all, no charges to you. I love you guys, and I'll see you next time.